That.
We're supposed to listen to our prayers.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So if you're praying for something, you ought to be thinking about what you're praying for and listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you're praying for, you better be careful because you might just get it.
And you're really praying for y'all.
You should be.
I hope I get everything I pray for.
Creation
stuff. I hope I get every single thing I ask for.
That's good.
That would be great.
Gina, praise y'all.
Here comes Creation Science Academy.
Creation Science Academy is now in session.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to say something to the camera?
Would you like
Hello.
to? Okay. We showed you the English to Hebrew translation. We showed you the King James Bible. That's this one. That's let's see if you can see it good. That's the modern version. This is the King James Bible that is the 1611 Collector's Edition, which is actually a copy, I got it from Nelson Publishing, of the original King James Bible that was printed in 1611 AD. I want to start with this to give you an idea that in the original King James Bible, the name Jesus did not appear in the New Testament. As a matter of fact, or in the Old Testament for that sake. As a matter of fact, in the New Testament, in the original, it was spelled I-E-S-U-S. And let's just try a piece of it. And Jesus said, "For judgment I am come into this world, for they which see not might see, and they which see might be made blind." And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words, and said unto him, "Are we blind also?" Get a real good tight shot of that. And some of the Pharisees which were, yeah, okay. And Jesus said unto them, "If ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, We see, therefore your sin remaineth." Now, having said that, that's the first King James Bible. With Creation Science Academy, we'll be reading these Bibles, words, excuse me, I should say word, but we're also going to put this into your reading works because we want you to know the truth on both sides. This is some more reading materials that you will be reading when you get to a point to where you can. The Nature of Greek Myths by G.S. Kirk, The Gods of the Greeks. There's many other books like this. This is just a sampling of Greek God books, Greek myths. The Greek Myths by Robert Graves. This guy was by Kere'nyi. Okay, here we go. I want you to understand some things. First, we're going to talk about core. Going to Jude. Now, this is in, again, the King James Bible, the newer version. And it says, "I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that Yah," we already know there where you see L-O-R-D, that was Y-H-W-H in the original, "how Yah, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them and that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness," that means blindness, "unto the judgment of the great day, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignitaries. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said," and this says L-O-R-D, but we already know that everywhere you see L-O-R-D, that was originally Y-H-W-H, "Yah rebuke thee, but these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally are brute beasts. In those things they corrupt themselves. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain." Let me, at this point, let you know that this is the book of Jude, just before the book of Revelation. Revelation is the next page. "Woe unto them." Let me see if I can get a picture of it. I'd sure love to get a picture of that. "Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam, for reward. Balaam used to take, he was a high priest of Yah who used to take the worship of Yah and the worship of other gods and try to intertwine them together, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. Who is Kor? I'm asking that question. These are the spots in your feasts of charities, because we're fixing to find out who Kor is. These are the spots in your feasts of charity. When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear, clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead and plucked up by the roots, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, where's my finger, so they can see that this is really true, wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. And then it says, and Enoch, also the seventh from Adam, prophesied of this, saying, behold, Yah, that's L-O-R-D, cometh with 10,000 of his saints. Okay, that's New Version of King James Bible. Who is Kor? Here is Kor, folks. We're going to Greek myths. All right, starting here. See if you can see it. Kor is spelled K-O-R-E here, and there you see Demeter. I'm going to read this real quick. It is the complicated pattern, and the results of converting Mesopotamian themes to Greek uses will be further explored in the next chapter. What most concerns us here is the relation between the myth and the ritual. It is not the simple matter of cause and effect in either direction. Some parts of the ritual of historical times were certainly engendered by the myth. For example, it appears that Demeter's search for Kor was imitated by the initiates, or at least Clement of Alexandria could write, Dio, that is, Demeter and Kor have turned into a drama. Okay, let's go to the Greek myths, and let's see Kor again. This time you see that Kor is spelled C-O-R-E. Well, in Jude she was spelled C-O-R-E. People are going to be going after the gainsaying of Kor. Through the priestess of Demeter, this is Demeter's Nature and Deeds. This is page, this will be 89 because that's 88. Goddess of the cornfield, initiates brides and bridegrooms into the secrets of the couch. She has no husband of her own. While still young and gay, she bore Kor to the lusty Bacchus. No, she bore Kor and the lusty Bacchus to Zeus, her brother, out of wedlock. Okay, that's a incestuous relationship. She also bore Plutus to the Titan. See if you can see it. Iazeus or Iazion. Okay, keep that in mind. These spellings now are changing as we go along. With whom she fell in love at the wedding of Cadmus and Harmonia, inflamed by the nectar which flowed like water at the feast. The lovers slipped out of the house and lay together openly in a thrice plowed cornfield. That means that the fertility's gone out of the field. On their return, Zeus, now this is tied into Zeus, guessing from their demeanor and the mud on their arms and legs what they had been at, and enraged at Iazeus, should have dared to touch Demeter, struck him dead with a thunderbolt. But some say that Iazeus was killed by his brother Dardanus by horses. Okay, that brings us to Kor. That's who Kor is in Jude. Now, I'm going to go real quickly to The Gods of the Greeks by Kere'nyi. And this is the great mother of the gods and her companions. The title of the great mother, the mother of gods, or of both names ones, was given only to one of the daughters of Gaia and Uranus, namely Rhea, where you get the name Ray, who had born to Cronus the three world-ruling gods, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, and the three goddesses, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. Okay, Rhea was admittedly no more our great mother than the great love goddess was our own. She was known as the Mountain Mother. In Revelations, you'll see this. This is in Revelations. Recognized in the Cretan mysteries, in the Cretan as mistress of the beasts, and you'll also see the beasts. I'll show you that in just a second. Flanked by two lions. Let's go down here. Her festive procession included male beings who accompanied her in wild eclectic dance to the shrill of highland instruments, all these different instruments, and then it says, that they imitated spirits of gods, such as in our language are called daemons or demons. So this all ties into demon worship. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back now, folks. This is going real quick. Now I'm showing you that this is also on the web, not just in books. So you can get this your own self. If you just go on your computer to angelfire.com, you'll see Jesus Christ, the pagan son of Christianity. Let's do this real quick, y'all, so you can see it like I see it. Therefore, no, it says the facts are, I'm trying to get right there. The facts are, the vast majority of these people, be they bishops, priests, or Protestant pastors, have little idea or are totally ignorant as to where that name Jesus Christ that they speak about originated from. The name Jesus is not a Hebrew name. It is of Latin in the original form of Jesus. There it is. Jesus was later translated as Jesus in the English translation. Jesus is adopted from the Greek, which is the masculine form of the Greek goddess of healing. Now we're getting into feminism, folks, who was also known as Aso. It says, so, and I want you to see it. So who is this Jesus Christ that Christians claim as their God? The Jesus is none other than Asu or Asus, whom they call Christ. In the Greek was also referred to the sun god. What's that? In the Greek was also referred to the sun god Apollo. Remember our friend Emperor Constantine? The first worship while being a Christian, it was the same Constantine that demanded from the newly formed Roman Catholic Church, the Nicene Council, Nicene Creed, y'all, ties y'all back to the Roman Catholic Church, to change the, it was that same, to change the seventh day Sabbath worship to Sunday worship for Christians. It was the worship day of Constantine, the pagan sun god, which was on Sunday. Okay. Now, I'm not going to keep going on like this, but I do want you to see this. I want you to see the name Jesus was derived from Aso. That can be traced back to a sun god worship. Also, the name Zeus, the sky god, had variations of the name Azus, Iazon, Iazius, just as Asu, Asa, Asio, are derived from the Greek word for the healing, Iasius. Okay, here we are. Now let's go to the next one. Real quickly. This is also on the web. You can just go on your online and pull it up yourself at HHTT, whatever that is. I'll let y'all put a pause on it so you can get it. But what it is Iazion. There's another spelling that we just saw. The pre-Homeric pagan Jesus, another name for way to spell Jesus. The mysteries, they're part of the mysteries. Now just keep that in mind. Jesus is part of the mysteries, folks. Here we go. I'm trying to do this quickly. It says, Iazion, leader and chief of the mysteries. So he's the leader and the chief of the mysteries. In fact, by this time, the end of the Roman Republic, it is public knowledge that Iazion is in fact considered the very founder of the mysteries. Okay, let's see this, but I just want you to see that this is in the King James Version of the Holy Bible.